Oh my god, you guys, you totally have to get this Godzilla. It is the cutest thing ever. Make sure to click my link down below. Toodles. Give me a break. What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla, and this is a Let's Talk video. And tonight we are talking about what the heck is the difference between an influencer and a toy reviewer, a toy photographer, a reporter, a content creator, and how that affects how you choose the toys you want to buy. First off, you know, at the end of the day, this stuff is your choice and your choice alone. You know, you choose what you want to spend your money on. And this is a theme that we're going to be talking about quite a bit here, I think, in the next, definitely tomorrow in the Ultra Z News, and beyond that, maybe in another Let's Talk. But I really wanted to talk about this because this has been a subject I've been wanting to do since the beginning of this year. And this is a Let's Talk like this. Like, it's not a vlog because we're talking about a really specific subject. Now, my little jokey beginning, that's par for the course on like the TikTok, Instagram influencer, which pervades not only toys but food, anything you might like. There is an influencer for it. And for the most part, a lot of these influencers are working with companies and, you know, giving you a positive spin on everything. And now, that's totally cool, and to each their own. Honestly, you do what you want to do. Make your money, make your connections, get your free stuff. But, folks, like, let's break it down, okay? Because those, amongst everything else, is all about the views and all about the clout and little about reviewing something. So, like, let's cut the review aspect out of it. You should never, ever, ever listen to one of these people as your go-to to buy something because you're not getting a fair review. I've literally heard food influencers say that they don't give bad reviews because there's no point to it. Yeah, there is a point to it. You know, like, it really is. They only talk about positive stuff, and it's really nice to have positivity out there. You guys know I've talked about this. I want to be more positive, but I also want folks to understand the differences between this stuff and why it's, you know, it's fun to see this stuff. Let folks have fun with their stuff, but don't tell me to go buy something from it, you know, like. And that is where companies have been putting their eggs in a basket more than anything. Companies are kind of done, it feels like, with folks giving them honest reviews. They don't want it. Like, I will be totally forthcoming and let you know the reason why I don't work with certain companies anymore is because they want something a certain way. Whether that's a company-wide mandate, whether it's done within, believe it or not, a contract, or, you know, just because they don't like how you're reviewing something, there's reasons why, you know, me personally, I'm not working with certain companies anymore. And a lot of it is on me, my decision, because I didn't want to do certain things. Other reasons are because, you know, companies change the way they go about business. And you see a lot more toy influencers who are working with some of these companies who won't give you a bad review. I'm gonna let you know that you're not getting one from them. And that's a problem, you know? And they, you know, a lot of these people should not be calling themselves reviewers because they're not. You know, like, there's content creators who are making content And that's first and foremost what they are. That's what first and foremost we all are on these platforms these days, content creators. But some of us, feel that you guys, the folks that are watching, deserve a fair shake. My honest take on something. That's how I go about things. I've always gone about things. Though I have told you before, when somebody sends something to me, it starts off on a different playing field than something I bought. And that's natural, because it's you don't put in perspective the price of something. So you kind of talk about things in a different way. But me personally, I like to talk about things professionally anyway, so it's you're never gonna get that angry voice from me unless something really, really makes me nuts, and it has. It has. There's 8 years of documentation here on the channel of me liking and disliking stuff to various degrees, and that's what I feel makes me nice and human and real. But you see it more and more, and folks, you gotta understand the differences. There is a very, very big push, from what I feel, from companies who are sending stuff out to who they send stuff out to. So do be aware of that. There's very few companies that will send you stuff these days if you're not being positive, or at least professional, but mostly positive. The companies I still work with, they've been really good. So if I'm still working with them, they're aces. And they respect your opinion. But I just be aware of when you're watching something and they say it came from certain companies, and look at it with a different point of view, because let me tell you, there's a lot going on out there that's not that kosher. But it's a very hard thing to wade through for you guys, as just fans watching us, subscribers. Who do you subscribe with? Who subscribe to? Who do you trust? I get it. It's not easy. But I mean, first and foremost, the whole Instagram, TikTok reviewing, that's for one thing, it's not a review. None of that is a review. It doesn't feel like a review. There's no depth to it. It's just fluff. So do be aware of that. I hope you are aware of that. But trust people that have been doing this a while. Trust people that kind of know what they're talking about. Question what gives someone the right to call themselves a reviewer or whatever, and what is their credentials, what is their experience like. If you've done a ton of reviews and you're consistent, at that point you have all the experience you need. Some folks, are, have other experiences with toys, and that helps. Have a criteria when choosing who you watch, or just at least trusting the people that you watch. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really important, because the perspective gets skewed a lot by all these influencers, and then you got the content creators that are just out there, tossing out, on the opposite side of the positivity, there's content creators that are just tossing out negativity for views as well, and that's no good either. There's the especially the ones that are not backing up anything that they're doing with actual reviews. They're not putting their money into anything. They're just yelling into the ether with pictures and stuff that is not theirs, and complaining with absolutely zero experience on the subject, and that skews things as well. Trust the people that are doing this stuff consistently, and have a lot of different experience. Look, I mean, I know it sounds like I'm just pumping myself up here, because what am I if not consistent, right? But also, I am also very adamant on diversifying your collection, right? That gives me a leg up on a lot of folks, because I review a lot of different things. I understand toys in every aspect of it at this point. Like, from my experiences, from 2,500 reviews on the channel, like, that is a huge chunk, and one of the highest as far as overall reviews on YouTube at this point. I mean, that's got to say something, at least, right? It's consistent, and varying that opinion and getting a lot of experience doing so. But this is not about me. There's a lot of folks doing great work here on YouTube that are honest, that are buying their toys and, giving you a good, honest review and being consistent about it. Like, it's hard for me to stay subscribed and watch and trust opinions of folks that are just not doing it enough. Like, you gotta be doing it on some sort of consistent basis. If you don't have experience reviewing, like, other than right here, and experience with toys other than, like, right here on YouTube, you gotta put in the work. Like, you gotta, like, talk about this stuff and show us what you bought, and show us how you know about the intricacies of that toy and the toy industry in general. Like, do yourself a favor. Get educated before talking about a lot of this stuff. Know a little bit about the business. Like, understand the people that work for these companies and what they do, which is something I've prided myself on over the years, So it's like, do that, like, become a more well-rounded reviewer. There was, like, a time, let's say, with, like, TV critics, food critics, who, like, really lived by a code. There was, like, the folks that were just, like, tried to be completely anonymous about their reviews, trying not to get anything for free, because that was, like, the best reviews, and, didn't totally, like, dilute their thought process or influence their thought process. There was a reason for that, because they respected the work and what it meant. An honest review means so much to people that are legit trying to buy stuff, not like just talking into the ether, like, oh, this toy is better than this toy because I want this toy to succeed, and then they don't buy anything. And it's like, shut up. Like, shut up. Honestly. But look, it's one of those things where, again, you do you. Like, folks, I'm not, like, telling you not to do this stuff you love, because people actually enjoy that stuff, and the people doing that stuff enjoy doing that stuff. But, like, set a boundary, like, and not everybody knows about everything. Not everybody is, like, cut out to do every one of these jobs. There's, like, great toy photographers out there that are also terrible reviewers. There's great guys that, like, report on news that are not great reviewers, or vice versa. Maybe they're really good reviewers, but they're not really good at toy photography. Not everyone can do everything great. Like, I definitely do not, exclaim my toy photography skills. Although I do have a lot of photography experience, actually, in my resume. Not, that has nothing to do with toys. But I don't claim to be a toy photographer in the traditional sense anyway, beyond doing my thumbnails and making a nice thumbnail, which I do think I'm pretty good at. But that's an overall design thing. But, like, not everybody could do everything, and that's fine. But it's when that this crossover, and then all of a sudden everybody, like, jumps on that review, that it's just like, man, no, it's not right. It's not, like, you shouldn't put a lot of thought into that. a lot of trust into that, because it doesn't always work out right. And again, a lot of these opinions are influenced by relationships with companies, which are very different than they were just like a year and a half ago. Honestly, I'm just being honest here, and I don't mean to throw people under the bus, but I think, folks need to hear this without being specific, that you should be watching out, and you should be looking at these influencers, reviewers, photographers, toy reporters, whoever, and assessing certain things about them, because at the end of the day, all of it influences your decision sometimes to on what you buy. And me personally, I don't want to influence anyone in a way that's not 100% truthful from me. And again, this is why I'm not working with certain folks anymore. Because I've decided I'm not going in that direction. I will never go in that direction. I do want to do more content-focused stuff. Even this is a content-focused thing, right? It's like a certain subject that's not reviewing a toy. But I want to do more like this. That's why I'm not disparaging it. I said, do whatever you like. But understand that the different aspects of, all of this, kind of influences, I keep saying that word, a result that may not be the best for you. So keep that all in mind. There is a big difference between an influencer and a reviewer, and a content creator, and all the rest. There are big differences here. What opinion is right for you is gonna be your choice. Do you just want to be entertained by this stuff, and you want to not get the stuff and just live vicariously through us? That's up to you. But if you're truly in it to watch this stuff to get opinions that you value, to help you with your purchases, or to alert you on new toys, then choose wisely. Choose wisely, guys. That's really what I'm trying to say. Choose wisely, and you'll be better off for it. All right, guys, and there you go. That's my Let's Talk. I've wanted to do this for so long. I have no idea how it came out, but I just wanted to talk about this subject for quite a bit, and I just threw it out there. I was like, should tonight be the night to do this, because I didn't have any content prepared, and here we go. Here we are. Hope you dug it. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.